This is a gameplay evaluation video. This person sent me their gameplay so that I could look over it, provide some pointers, break down a bunch of plays that I thought you could take something away from, and we turned into a video hoping that maybe it makes him and makes you guys play a bit better. So first thing that I noticed starting off within the first minute is there's some lag, there's some connection problems in this game. Make sure that when you're playing online, in the screen where it shows your team and your opponent's team, look at that bar, make sure that it's green. If it's yellow or red, there'll be some connection problems throughout the game, and it just makes the game a lot harder for you. What you want to do about it is before the puck is dropped, you want to dashboard out of the game and then quit the game entirely. Don't quit through the game. You might be able to get away with restarting your console, but I feel like that's too much time wasted. And as a result, the game won't count. The problem with that is if you're playing Hockey Ultimate Team, one game of your contracts will get wasted sometimes, not all the time. And I believe that's a bug that EA is trying to fix. In this first play, as soon as he loses this puck battle, he has to try to switch to the bottom right guy to help in front of the net. Even more so when he's stuck in the net. Remember that you can hold down the pass button and with the right stick, choose which player that you want to switch to. So I would press R2 or RT and then push my right stick to the bottom right. In case you guys were also unaware, this is the year where AIs aren't going to do much help. They tend to be positionally sound and they'll run into players, but they won't actually hit or poke check. Sometimes they'll stick lift. Overall, it kind of looks like he's position locked out there because he's not changing to other players very often. If he was a new player, then maybe this is okay just so that he can get more comfortable with the game. Here he does a great job taking away the passing lanes so that he can't bury that cross crease one-timer. But if you're not switching players, you'll never be in a position where you'll be able to defend as well as you can. Meaning all your opponent has to do is skate around your AIs and he'll be in the clear for a great shot. Something I noticed throughout the video is his passes are very fidgety. He passes it way too quickly before really getting a sense of the passes that he can make out there. He sees someone closing on him, so he's just getting rid of the puck pretty much, and usually it leads to a turnover. And that ends up being his weakest point because offensively he was doing pretty decent. Defensively he was doing decent minus the part where he wasn't switching players. He was pretty creative with his moves, but every time he touched the right trigger or R2 button to pass it, it seemed like he was always losing the puck. Now the last thing that I want to mention before I start fast forwarding a lot of these clips, you guys are free to send me your full-length videos that aren't recorded from a toaster. Up here he's going to have some nice offensive moves as he's going around the AIs where, again, the AIs aren't going to do anything for his opponent. So you can just wander in like that, stick handle a little bit, and take a great shot at the net. And here, when his opponent tries to enter the offensive zone, he's going to go all skill stick crazy, and I'm surprised it wasn't a tripping penalty. You want to go for a hit right there instead. Try to predict where his opponent is going. In this case, straight down, so he wants to meet him where he will end up. So yeah, either send me a link in the comments of this video or send me a link through Twitter. I'll try to break down like one game a week, and it's better seeing other people's gameplay because maybe my gameplay may not be relatable to your own. Alright, so it's time to skip ahead. He's going to get this 2-on-1 opportunity and he makes a really weak pass, either with the right trigger or R2 button. You want to hold that down a little bit longer. Honestly, maybe in a case like that, pretty much as long as you can because your player was really far away, just so that players can't easily intercept. A saucer pass with the right bumper or R1 would work as well. He gets a great cross crease opportunity here, but he's about to get scored on, and this is tough because it's a really bad goal for the goalie to give up, but this goal is easily preventable because the opponent was given so much time to wind up and take that shot. I want to go back here a little bit and break it down a little bit further. Notice what the guy in the Flyers jersey is doing. He's skating down towards the slot, either trying to take away the pass or waiting for him to get closer to the net. There's absolutely zero pressure on the puck carrier, so that puck carrier can take an easy shot. Honestly, if that shot was aimed a little bit better, maybe more towards the right, that would have been a clean goal, and it would have been a goal that is entirely the user's fault. What he should have done was skate toward the puck carrier, either go for a poke check or go for the hit, and stop that shot from ever being taken. Early in the second period, he enters the offensive zone and gets a great cycling opportunity. Problem is, he throws that all away for a D-man one-timer. One-timer opportunities with your defenseman should be used as a last resort if you're struggling to get anything on your opponent. He had plenty of room to pass and move the puck around to try to shoot from a better position. And then right here, this pass needs to get to Lafleur. He was wide open in the slot, but he chose to pass it back and take a shot with his D-man yet again. It could have ended up being like a mini breakaway where it's just Lafleur and the goalie, and all you gotta do is do like a stick handle to the left or to the right, and could have been a goal. Behind the net here, he's waiting around way too much trying to make a decision. It was a 2-on-2 at one point where his opponent was a little bit too far to the right, so it was closer to a 2-on-1. Just get in front of the net and make that pass across for a quality opportunity. Further on, he's going to make a support pass to the left and then try to force this pass upward to enter the offensive zone. While it worked out here, many times it won't. He was, however, able to get the quality opportunity, a shot from the slot from that turnover. As he takes this puck away from his opponent, he's going to make some really nice moves with Tarasenko all the way on the top left. He's going to do the windmill deke to get by one guy, but then he holds onto it for a little bit too long. Couture was burning through the defense. He was the forward on the top right. He could have used that pass. And then right here, great cycling from him and a great one-timer as well. Halfway through the second period, as his opponent is entering the offensive zone, looks like he's by himself, but another white guy is racing down the ice, so the user here made a great read to take away that pass. Tries to go for a cross-crease one-timer afterward, but gets shut down from a player behind him. I really hate those passes. Best thing you do is try to aim a little bit ahead of your player so you can get the one-timer a little further up. Another case of the fidgety passes. He chose to pass it across where there's three guys pretty much waiting for that pass. A pass behind the net would have been better. The start of the third period. He's going to make a great play here, except he had a lot more space to get closer to the goalie before taking the shot. Unless it's directly in front of the goalie, the closer you are to him, the better the opportunity, the chance to score. Shortly after that, he's going to get this turnover, and it's going to be a 3-on-2 opportunity. And Gretzky in the slot absolutely wanted that pass, but instead had to live with the rebound. You get that pass to him, you move a little bit to the left, and you shoot bottom right. That goes in almost all the time. So try to make those kind of passes and shots as much as you can. Here's going to make some more very nice moves offensively, except he shoots a backhand. We'll give him a pass on that. His finger may have slipped, but a pass to the top left would have been the better option. When it comes to tie-ups on the face-off, if you end up winning the face-off cleanly, as soon as you get the puck, you want to pull back on your right stick as if you're trying to take a shot. That way you can protect yourself against poke checks and even stick lifts. If your opponent is barreling towards you, then you can make a quick pass. Otherwise, you're just going to end up losing the puck like that. And that's a waste of a win off a face-off, especially when it comes to tie-ups, which are pretty powerful. Coming up here, he's going to have more problems with the passing. He starts well, but then passes it towards the middle guy to Patrick, when passing it across to the other defenseman would have been the better option. Coming up here is going to be the proper time for a D-to-D one-timer, as he is out of options. Any kind of pass would have been intercepted, so you might as well take the shot there. And he's a little bit too quick on making this pass, which leads to a turnover. He could have waited a little bit longer until the guy's right next to him to pass upward or pass it across. So he's going to score and make this 2-0. This goal is tough to judge from my standpoint because I don't play defense like this. With his play style, there's nothing better that he could have done there because he was trying to take away that passing lane. If he switched to the player at the very bottom, he would have had a better chance of taking away that pass. This one's going to be a weird one, so he's going to take this puck away and pass it to the top left. He felt like he wasn't going to get by his opponent, so he tried to take a shot before that happened. Fight the urge to do that, instead skate closer and pass it for a quality opportunity. Going back to this chance that he got here is a quality one-timer, but when Gretzky got this rebound, a shot to the left would have been his best option as the opposing goaltender was moving to the right. Entering the zone all alone, he waited a little bit too long. A player closed in on him, so passing it back sooner would have been the way to go. With 50 seconds left on the clock, he's going to win this face-off and pull the goalie. Problem is, he's pulling the goalie in the middle of the play. By the time he got his 6th man out there, like 10 or 20 seconds would have passed in game time, so it would have not mattered. I suppose it worked out well for him here since he got the power play, but in most cases, it's going to turn into a turnover. Remember that you can pull the goalie during the cutscene so that when you're taking the face-off, you can have 6 people out on the ice at that time. And if you don't know how to pull the goalie in the middle of the game without pausing the game, all you gotta do is press left bumper and select. On the PlayStation, I believe it's L1 and then pressing the touchpad, but I could be wrong. Regardless, that is my evaluation of his gameplay. Overall, very creative offensively. I liked his moves. Bad luck on those shots and one-timers, but both of those goals could have easily been preventable with active defense, and passing is definitely his weakest point right now. His passes look like they're going to the right recipient, so I don't think it's a pass assist thing. It's all about just being more in control of your passes, looking around a little bit before you make that pass. Try not to panic. If there's no one coming after you, don't worry about passing it so fast. And then going for those cross crease one-timers with players closing in on your offense. Try to pass ahead of your player for a better opportunity. That's my evaluation of his gameplay. Maybe yours is next.